First of all, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2020 and 2021 because there are several of people present here or not present here who made it possible for you to actually graduate. And I would like to thank them also. They are your parents, your grandparents, your nephews, nieces, your mentors, your teachers, your professors. And I think each one of you is today a graduate because of hard work and the belief they had in you that you are capable of doing something on your own. So thank you to you all for them and on their behalf. You know, you just heard that I have been in the corporate life for about 40 years before I decided to hang up my shoes last year. And I am actually in the employment of my own daughter who runs Kahani Design Works, and I am the unpaid managing director of the same. And the reason is that when you interact with young people or you try to do things in a design studio, it opens up a totally new vistas for you. And that's the reason why I said I will come and do the background work for you to see what else can we do differently. You know, one thing I learned that the titles or the job positions I've held during the last 40 years, they actually never truly represented what I wanted to do or what I was doing or how I was leading my life. Because there is always something more to do and learn. And this is what I have actually decided to do in my life. And one of the reasons for that is, if you ask my wife of 40 years, we've been married for 40 years also, she says 80% of the time you don't do things right. And I'm sure it's true for many of us sitting here. And the reason for that is that each one of us have our own perspectives of doing things and viewing things, because there is never one way of doing things. And I generally tend to concur with her. Not all the time, but most of the time. Because no matter what you have done or you are doing, you have actually all achieved a remarkable milestone having graduated from this institution. I know it must have been very easy for many of you, but not so easy for a few of you because of the hard work you had to put in. And especially as Suyog mentioned, and you know it and you have felt it, the last 18 months have been quite troublesome, quite tedious. And I was sharing with some of my friends here yesterday that, you know, the changes which have occurred in the world in last 18 months, be in terms of the way education is being given, our awareness of what all can go wrong in this world in spite of best efforts, is actually educated us a lot more. It's made us more resilient. It's made us wonder what else we need to do more to make sure that at the end of 40, 45 years of your working career, when you sit down and reflect what I do at my stage now, did we do enough? Did we miss out on something? Is there something else we could have done for ourselves, society, or the world in which we lived? And I would suggest that as you embark on that journey of yours, try to see that that story, when you sit down to write, you don't have too many regrets. You will have a few, because all of us never take the chosen path. We will get caught with all the materialistic world trappings which are around us. Many of you sitting here who have had their jobs are already wondering whether I'm in the right company. Should I look for a change? Should I try to do something different? Why did I not join that startup which is now having a valuation of 20 times? And at that time, my friend told me not to, and I did not. So there will be regrets on your journey. There will be also occasions for celebration when you are able to marry your best partner, when you are having children, when your family is growing, and these causes of celebrations also must be remembered and lived through. Many of you sitting here will also wonder what else we should do for the society. What can we do? Remember, at the end of the day, it is very, very important when you sleep at night after a day's hard work, you say, I achieved something. I have done something for myself and people whose lives I touch. And this is one part of the journey which you will have to live with. Remember, you will have a ruthless competition trying to beat you down. There will be many people who will try to pick you up, raise you to higher levels, but there will be equally large number of people who will try to put you down. So what's my mantra for making sure you come out winners out of that? And that is, design the life you love. Now what do I mean by that when I say design the life you love? As you know, design is about identifying and working within given constraints to arrive at new and better solutions. So that's the definition of design. And life, just like a design platform, will always give you a lot of constraints, be it in terms of time, be in terms of location or circumstances. You cannot have everything you want. You will have to make compromises. You will have to decide what you want and what you will have to let go. But if you are creative, and in order to be creative, what do you have? You know, it's like a Venn diagram which you have done. You have two circles of want and needs. And the intersection of that is the creativity. How you basically remain creative so that you can design the life you love. You'll have to deconstruct a few things and reconstruct on them. And when you start thinking like a designer, you will have to also seek a lot of collaborations around the world. You will have to always try to question the things by saying, what if? What if there was another way of doing? Always try to see the big picture and continuously adapt to the continuously changing landscape or the ecosystem around you. You will have to get new skills. You will have to get new degrees. You will have to take risks and work with opportunities. There are no standard remedies and no quick fixes. You will have to suffer, but out of that suffering will come the gains which you are looking for. You will have to approach your life with a lot of passion, and you will have to find somebody who wants you to be successful, because that's a very big driving force. You will have to rise above your needs. And as mentioned by your Sujok in his speech, you will have to not only think about yourself, but you will have to also say, what can I do differently for people around us? And I was taken aback by a very, very recent posting which my friend Professor Ramesh had put on his LinkedIn, and I think I would like to share with that. I don't know how many of you read. It's a quote from Adam Grant, and it talks about 3 things. And my suggestion to you would be, please follow them. One is, seek advice when you think you need it, because it does not reveal your incompetence. It reflects your respect for another person's insights. So seek advice. Second, request feedback. It does not signal insecurity. It demonstrates that you care more about learning than about your ego. So second thing, request feedback. And to me, the third, which is most important, is ask for help. It does not display weakness. It actually helps you build strength. We all try to shy away from all these 3 things. I did. But today, when I sit back and reflect, I say, I also sought, requested, and got help as and when needed without realizing it. So my suggestion to you is, be aware of them. And in the end, I would like to say, believe in 4 things. And all 4 things you have personally experienced or you have been taught in this beautiful institution, which has today made sure you are there for the graduation day. And what is that? When you walk out of this gate, maybe one of the few of you will be for the last time, many of you may keep coming back, and that is your friendship. Take it. Don't leave it behind with the friends you have made here. Second, share the love you have with people of this institution. Don't keep it, but share it. Third, respect. You have to earn it. You will never get it when you ask for it. And third most important thing is trust. Make it. Don't break it. Because these are the 4 learnings. You will never get an opportunity once again to be taught or experience. But you will get a lot of opportunities where they will be tested as you embark on your life's journey. My dear graduating students of yesterday and engineers of tomorrow, the society needs you. The country needs you. Make your choices. Give back to the community. But most important, build your own body of work which you can be, or people around you can be proud of 20, 30, 40 years after today. Degree from this institution has just equipped you, but it's up to you to make that change in the world. Congratulations once again. I do hope that God will be with you in whatever you do. Thank you.